morning. I'm John. Welcome to the Come Together podcast. I'm joined by Richard and Lisa. And today we're going to discuss the challenges of Christmas period and recovery. So, Lisa,
Yeah.
what are your challenges?
Um, I've got quite a few this time of year that I have to deal with, and dealing with them in recovery has been a bit of a challenge. Just knowing when to deal, when things come up and stuff like that, and how to keep the emotions down. Really, my daughter passed away on the 1st of January 2013. So the Christmas period really it just feels like a real run up to that every
Okay.
year. I'm just I try and put things into constructive things like making things for a grave and things like that. So I've put a lot of effort into that. So I feel like I've done something really, and decorate a grave usually and things like that. And I don't see family, so I will be spending it on my own. So I've just concentrated on I've got the carvery for my dinner and things like that. Just trying to put things in place so that um,
So when did you set your target? When did you start to put that in preparation for
um,
Christmas?
probably around November time, because my daughter was born 3rd of November. Um, so from a birthday to New Year's Day, it just feels like in a ticking time bomb.
Okay.
Am I going to use? Am I going to use? And this year being in recovery, it's like my second year in recovery, but my first year really trying with it. You know what I mean? So I do feel more confident this year, and the pain isn't as much as it has been, over the previous years, because I've got things to put in place, and obviously asking God to take it away. Obviously I'm going to grieve her and remember her, and I've got little pictures up of her at Christmas time where she had little Christmas outfits on and things like that. So I'm just trying to do things constructively now instead of
So,
destructively for myself.
so is it fair to say that this year, that because of previous years and you've coped with it
Yeah.
better than you thought you were going to,
Mm.
so is it something now that you know you're going to get through it as opposed to
No,
worrying about
because
using?
I'm not worried about. Well, yeah, I suppose I am. I am worried about using, but only because it's my first proper year in recovery. Trying and. But I'm okay up to now, and normally it's a constant battle to not use or not use any. Use something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's a drink or whatever. But um, I've not had the urge up to now, which is good. But I've been putting this in place and doing a lot of things and
Okay.
occupying my time.
So what about you, Richard?
Well, I'm in a better place than I was last Christmas because I was detained under the Mental Health Act, Section 3. I don't remember it all last Christmas, but I'm a free man. But my wife's in a care home. My son's in Manchester, he doesn't drive.
Yeah.
I can't drive because of my medication. So I'll be going to see my wife by taxi on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And that'll be about it. But I'm okay about it. I've got plenty of stuff to read and films to watch, and it's just a day.
So you've no anxiety levels creeping in?
No.
And have you
so.
planned what you're going to do so that you're not got too much time to think, or is it just something that you
No,
always do?
I'll just get some ready meal probably, and have that around about 4 or 5 o'clock, which is when we used to eat.
Yeah.
And see my wife in the early afternoon, and it'll go. It's just another day really.
Yeah.
Because my wife was half Scots, so New Year was always the biggest, bigger than Christmas.
Yeah.
Once my son had grown, when you've got children or grandchildren, it's Christmas is the big thing.
Yeah.
As you get older, New Year becomes a new big thing, doesn't it? And she was a great caterer. She always used to throw a New Year's Eve party. And have colleagues over and friends and neighbours, so that was always the big event.
See, it's funny, really, because it's ironic to me what you've just said about Christmas. It's just another day. It's not going to create any anxiety for you. You've got it mapped out for that day of exactly how it's going to work. For me, it was the same thing. Last year was my first Christmas in recovery. I was 6 months in. Come from a large family, got lots of friends, and everyone was considering, me being on my own. Would I pick up? Would I drink? Many have an invitation to go to different friends and families' homes to have Christmas dinner. And I decided last year that I wasn't going to celebrate Christmas Day as Christmas Day. I wasn't going to be a bar humbug either, but neither was I going to be overly, well, it's Christmas, let's do this, let's do that. I decided to stay at home. And I decided not to call it Christmas Day. I called it Me Day, as most days are called Me Day.
Yeah.
But that day was Me Day.
That's good, that.
And I got up and I made sure the day before that I had that big tin of Quality Street, them big bars of chocolates that you buy at that time of year. And I cooked Christmas dinner. And it was amazing. The dinner was beautiful. The chocolates were beautiful. Watched loads of TV and films. The time went by. My phone didn't stop all day. And I was thinking, what part do people not understand? This is me. Go away. But ultimately, I also realised, as we all probably do, you wake up in the morning, especially for families, it's, if you've got young kids, it's, it's opening the gifts, it's getting the breakfast, it's getting ready, it's going out to see the family, it's coming back to make sure that the dinner's done. There's all of that fiasco going on for, I'd say, majority of people. But for me, it was a case of I just didn't have any of that. Christmas Day starts, in my eyes, at 9 o'clock in the morning, possibly 10. Once Christmas dinner's gone, it's Christmas Day is gone. Yeah. So for me, once 3 o'clock in the afternoon went by, that was it. It was over with.
Well, for years I worked on Christmas Day, which is great because you really made a big fuss of when you come back and work. Oh, you've had to work. Oh, sit down, have a drink. Don't bother doing anything.
And when will you see your son over Christmas?
I haven't fixed it yet.
Yeah.
It'll probably be just after Christmas when the trains start running again. Yeah.
So for me, it is an important time for people, and it is a stressful time. I do get that. Even the run up to Christmas, it's a very, very busy period.
It's people's expectations, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's been great. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa.
Good topic. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.